It is the Mike Show. It's the Tuesday edition. That means Megan Huffman is joining us from SHARE Greater Lynchburg and the Greater Lynchburg Community Foundation. Hi there.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. Apart from feeling that it was Monday, or like it was Monday,
here.
and then I went, no, it's not Monday, it's Tuesday, and so Megan's going to be joining us. It wasn't quite that realization. Megan Huffman joins us each and every Tuesday, and she brings us a guest from the nonprofit world. Today is no exception. Who did you bring?
Yes, I've been eager to bring Claude Gardner in, who's the executive director from the Refuge Memorial, a brand new shelter and opportunity for our community to really show up for the unhoused community in our area. And they've been working really hard to get this place open for quite a while now, and it's finally open, and they need our help. So that comes in the forms of volunteerism and also just items that they need from their wish list. So that's a perfect example of where SHARE Greater Lynchburg can come in and help to deliver volunteers and items directly to their door. So
Absolutely.
Welcome, Claude.
Thank you so much,
Claude. Thank you so much for taking time today. We really appreciate it, and we appreciate all that you do. Now, this formerly the building was the Ramp Church.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So for several years, our church is about 21 years old now. And that was actually the first building that we as a church community purchased several years ago. And before that, it was the old Euclid Christian Church. And so we've been out of that building for this October will be 8 years. And now it is still fulfilling purpose in our community. Now just through the Refuge Memorial.
Great.
Well, tell us about the Refuge Memorial, the organization, and we'll talk. I mean, for folks that have no idea, and now that it is a brand new purpose and a brand new nonprofit,
absolutely,
folks, let's bring them up to speed, and then we'll talk about things that you need.
Sure. So thanks again for having me this morning, Megan.
Absolutely.
The Refuge Memorial is definitely an offshoot of the Ramp Church International. However, it does stand alone as its own 501c3 nonprofit here in our city. It is currently the largest low barrier shelter that we have in the Central Virginia region. And when we talk about low barrier, it just means that some of the other barriers that shelters may have, like making sure everybody has an ID of the entire family comes. Those are some of the things that we don't necessarily see as barriers. We kind of work where you are and meet you there and help you get to the next place. We're happy that we're able to serve men, women, and entire family units. So our building is pretty large, almost 25,000 square feet with 3 floors. And so we're able to accommodate all of those populations of folks I just mentioned. And so we are 24 hours. We have a day shelter where some other models may have people get out of the living quarters in the morning and completely vacate the facility into that evening. Our model is as such, and that we have the space to accommodate them during the day as well. So we can house about 120 folks in that day shelter area. And then, of course, up to 50 overnight beds for the emergency shelter.
Wow. I was looking on your website about the various phases for that you're working towards with funding. Where are you guys at this point in your phases?
Sure. So finally, phase 1 is done, which is why we're open. So we're able to get the sprinkler system in, get new roofing on 2 of the 3 roofs that building has, just with the architecture. We have 4 showers. So small renovations now, adding showers to those bathrooms, and some work done in that day shelter area. We are looking forward to hopefully quickly getting an on-site laundry facility. That is a huge need for us, with the laundry that is required for the bedding. And then, of course, the folks that we're serving, they often come with bags of clothes that have been sold and used over and over and over again. And so we try to provide that. So in our next phase, we're looking at adding more showers, as well as getting the laundry facility added.
That's great.
And as far as being able to provide and house what's the goal? What's the max capacity for overnight?
Sure. The max capacity is 50.
Okay.
And that could be any combination of men, women, or folks who come together as a family.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and from conversations that we've had, other interviews, the need is so great in this community.
Yeah.
And it doesn't seem to be declining in this economy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and in Lynchburg, we do have a great need. And I will say there are a lot of people working in this space, and they're doing an amazing job and have been doing it for many years. So we do see the trends that there are times when there are less who seem to be unhoused than others. But You're right, there still remains a need. And whether that's 5, 50, or 50 people, then we want to make sure that everyone who needs shelter can receive that.
Mm-hmm. I think I'm always impressed with the continuum of care and all the work that Miriam's House does to
Shout out to Miriam's House.
Just to have that umbrella,
for sure,
and for you all to work so closely together to deliver the needs. It's such a wonderful thing to see the sector collaborating, and that's something that SHARE Greater Lynchburg really celebrates and likes to promote, is sectors that are leaning on each other, are not duplicating services, but ensuring that they're picking up the slack from one another.
Sure.
And I know that talking to them, how excited they've been for this to come online, because they just don't have the beds, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we just don't have enough beds.
And a low barrier model as well.
Mm-hmm.
And the folks at Miriam's House, I mean, Sarah and Olivia are just angels sent from heaven, and all of the folks there who work, and the entire continuum, right? And you're right, Megan. Everybody's doing their own part and working together. And that's what we've done. We just wanted to come alongside what was happening and help to fill that gap. And so finally, after 2 years, folks have been really patient with us as we've been working to get it open. We're here and we're excited to serve.
Yeah, that's great.
Well, moving through the phases, and obviously cash donations, monetary donations are going to be vital for this program. And we can talk about, and we should talk about some programs as well, as you mentioned off air. But what else do you need, and what can folks do to help?
Sure. We need volunteers. I'll say it again, loud and proud. We need volunteers. If you have any available time, any day of the week, because we are a 24-hour facility, we need your hands, we need your feet, we need your heart to be in it to help us serve this community. So if you go to our website, there are some distinct hours that we've listed to kind of help make it easy for you to decide. But even outside of those 4-hour volunteer blocks, if you have an hour or 2 hours and you want to come in and help us, that would be great. So volunteers for sure. Some other community partners who also may want to volunteer in different ways, like I've just recently spoken with a local church, and on Wednesday nights they're going to bring in their normal Bible study membership, and they're going to come and they're going to provide the dinner that night, and they're going to engage with our guests with games. So if you are a group of folks and you want to come together and or a restaurant owner or a laundromat owner, right, to help us with that laundry, there are many ways that you can do that. But volunteers would definitely be number one.
Yeah, and those will be updated regularly on the SHARE site for clicking through and selecting time slots. Right now we have a general volunteer opportunity listed.
Okay. Yeah. And in addition to that, you had mentioned some programs that you were working on in the upcoming month. Tell us about that.
Yeah, absolutely. We're excited. We have a small grant that allows us to offer some mental health services to our veteran population specifically, and their children, so their families, man. So we are working with some therapists in our area, and we'll offer an 8-week course called Stronger Together that will directly focus on suicide prevention and just mental health awareness, specifically for veterans and their families. So you'll hear more about it. We'll do it about twice a month on Saturdays starting in June. We'll have a little food and some engagement, just to help that population of folks.
Okay.
That's great.
And other items and things that you need, can folks make donations of items, and whether that be toiletries or food or non-perishable food items and things like that?
Absolutely. Those things are always welcome. There's another great need for us. As I mentioned about the laundry, when folks come in and they're able to take a shower, they don't want to put back on those clothes. And so just a general need for general like sweatpants and t-shirts that we could give out to our guests. We're not necessarily expanding into a clothes closet at the moment, but we do want to have some things there on site so that when people take a hot shower, they can get into some clean clothes and just feel excited to lay down in a clean, bed in a safe environment and not have to put on those same dirty clothes. So that's another great need for us as well. Cleaning and toiletry items also always help.
They've linked their wish list to the SHARE page, and it has cleaning items and trash cans and trash bags and Clorox wipes and shampoos and things like that. So that's a great way to support.
Absolutely. You can learn more about the Refuge on Memorial by visiting SHARE Greater Lynchburg. Visit sharegreaterlynchburg.org and just type in the Refuge on Memorial or Refuge Memorial. It just comes up. And then your website, we pulled that up as well. We just Googled it, and we'll link that up. So that folks can get a better understanding of where you guys are at in the phases and how they can get involved and how they can make donations and the whole nine.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's great.
And feel free to stop by anytime. We have a growing staff who are excited to meet people, and we've had a lot of folks from the community over the last few weeks just stop in and say, hey, we want to see it, we want a tour, so we welcome that. We'll have a grand opening here soon. Okay. We just kind of wanted to get in and get going first.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, thank you so much again for your service and for what you're doing within the community. It's tremendous and definitely very well needed. So, Megan, how are things going with SHARE?
Great. Yeah, we have an exciting event coming up this Saturday. We're going to be doing a downtown Lynchburg cleanup, trash cleanup. So we'll be meeting at the Water Dog down there at 8:45 on Saturday morning, May 30th. And for 3 hours, you have the ability to just come pick up your supplies, trash bags, and gloves and such. There's giveaways and prizes and the chance to just fellowship and meet some other community members who care about our community. And we'll break up into groups with captains and clean up, pick up trash in downtown Lynchburg. So this is in collaboration with the Downtown Lynchburg Association. It's led by our spring intern, Jude Lee, who has led this off, and we'll be able to promote that on our newsletter and our Facebook page, so you can just sign up on an Eventbrite link. We'll continue the fun with DLA next Tuesday. We have Lunch and Learn, which is a monthly series that we go to different nonprofits and tour them and learn about what their mission is. And this is an exciting one because we're going to be stopping by two of the businesses that DLA has helped to get started and just hear a little bit about their mission. And lunch is provided. It's Jersey Mike's, and always a great time of fellowship. We usually can hold a capacity of about 20. That's on Tuesday, June 2nd. From 12 to 1:30. All that information can be found on our SHARE website as well as our newsletter, and you can sign up on Eventbrite as well.
Okay. And how are things going with the foundation?
Great. We are in scholarship season and about to, in the next few weeks, announce the winner of our Century Fund, which is our $100,000 fund that happens once a year, as well as our entire spring grant cycle. That's usually over $1 million, and it's really an exciting time. So all that's to come in the next few weeks.
That is tremendous. You can learn more about the foundation's work at lynchburgfoundation.org, sharegreaterlynchburg.org as well. Folks, thank you so much for taking time today and for everything that you do within our community.
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. It is the Mike Show. Coming up a little bit later on, we have your audio vault. Stay tuned for that.